Hi, today we have to discuss the breakdown in composite conductors. In the last lecture, we have to discuss the breakdown in solid dielectric in practices. Then, what is the composite material or introduction to the composite dielectric? Composite dielectric material are generally composed of different chemical substances, or they come in contact with the material of different composition and forms the composite dielectrics. Then there will be different properties of the composite dielectrics are present. In that, effect of multilayer, first one, the simplest composite dielectric consists of two layers of the same material. Here advantage is taken of the fact is that two thin sheets having higher dielectric strength than a single sheet of same total thickness. The advantage is partially significant in the case of material having wide variation in dielectric strength value measured at different points on its surface. The effect of layer thickness, second one, the increase in layer thickness normally gives the increased breakdown voltage. In layered construction, breakdown channel occurs at the interface only and not directly through another layer. Also, discharge have penetrated one layer cannot enter the next layer until the part of the interface also attain the potential, which can produce an electric field stress comparable to that discharge channel. The use of layered construction is very important in the case of insulating paper. Since the paper thickness itself varies from point to point and consecutively the dielectric strength across its surface is not homogeneous. The difference in thickness imparts a rough surface to the paper, which can produces an electric field stress comparably to that of discharge channel. The rough surface of the paper also helps in better impregnation when tightly wound. On the other hand, the existence of area with a lower thickness in the paper can cause breakdown. At this point, at considerably lower voltage, the various investigations on breakdown in composite dielectric have shows that the discharge inception voltage depends on the thickness of the solid dielectric as well as on the dielectric constant of both the liquid and solid dielectric. The difference in the dielectric constant between the liquid and solid does not significantly affect the rate of change of electric field at the electrode edge with the change in dielectric thickness. Third one is the effect of interface. Interface between the two dielectric surface in breakdown in composite dielectrics system plays an important role in determining its pre-breakdown and breakdown strength. Discharges usually occurs at the interface and the magnitude of the discharge depends on the associated surface resistance and capacitance. When the surface conductivity increases, the discharge magnitude also increases and resulting in damage to the dielectric. In a breakdown in composite dielectric, it is essential to maintain the low dielectric losses because they normally operates at high electric stress. However, even in an initially pure dielectric liquid, when used under industrial condition for impregnating the solid dielectric, impurities arises result in increased dielectric losses, and the effect of various impurities in causing the breakdown of composite dielectrics we have to already discussed in the previous some videos. we have to discuss related to the mechanism of breakdown in composite dielectrics. There will be a different types of breakdown, that is long term breakdown and short term breakdown. Then first we have to discuss the short term breakdown. If the electric field stress are very high, failure may occur in the second or even faster without any sustainable damage to the insulating surface prior to the breakdown. It has been observed that breakdown results from one or more discharge when the applied voltage is close to the observed breakdown value. There exists a critical stress in the volume of the dielectric at which a discharge of the given magnitude can enter the insulation from the surface and propagate rapidly into the volume to cause a breakdown. Then second one is the long term breakdown. The long term breakdown is also called as aging of insulation. The principal effect of responsible for the aging of the insulation, which is eventually leads to the breakdown, arises from the thermal process and partial discharges. The partial discharges normally occurs within the volume of the composite insulation system. In addition, the charges accumulation and conduction on the surface of the insulation also contributes significantly towards the aging and failure of the insulation. There will be two types of long term breakdowns, aging and breakdown due to the partial discharge, and second one is aging and breakdown due to the accumulation of charges on the insulator. First, we have to discuss the aging and breakdown due to the partial discharge. During the manufacturing of composite insulation, gas filled cavities will be present within the dielectric or adjacent to the interface between the conductor and the dielectric. When a voltage is applied to such a system, discharge occurs within the gas filled cavity. These discharges are called as partial discharge. Degree of aging depends on the discharge inspection voltage VI and the discharge magnitude. It has been shows that VI is strongly depends on the permittivity of the dielectric, that is epsilon r, and the thickness of the cavity G, and VI can be estimated approximately by VI is equal to Eg divided by epsilon r into bracket of T plus epsilon r into small g, where capital G is the breakdown stress of the cavity air gap of thickness G, and T is the thickness of the dielectric in series with the cavity. For any given arrangement, G plus T will be constant. Let us call this constant as a C. Then above equation we can write down, that is VI is equal to Eg divided by epsilon r bracket of Er minus 1 into G plus of C. We have to differentiate the above equation, then we can get the 4.11 equation, and here Eg is always positive and dE upon dG is always negative or 0. From obtaining the above expression, two assumptions have been made. One is that the cavity the stress Eg is equal to Er into E, where E is the electric field across the dielectric, and the other one is the cavity Eg max divided by E of G is equal to 1. When these assumptions are valid, the Paschen's law can be used to explain the breakdown of the gas gaps. The validity of the above assumptions depend upon the shape and dimensions of the cavity. For the breakdown of the gas in the cavity to occur, the discharge has to start at one end and progress to the other end. As a discharge progresses, the voltage across the cavity drops due to the charge accumulation on the surface towards which it is progressing, and discharge gets extinguished. The discharge extension voltage depends on the condition inside the cavity. The discharge causes a rise in the temperature and pressure of the gas in the cavity, and gaseous deterioration products are also formed here. At high frequency, when the discharge occurs very rapidly, this may cause the extension voltage level to reach a lower value in spite of erosion of the cavity wall. From the above analysis, the following conclusion can be arrived. First one is for smaller cavity, Vi decreases as the cavity depth increases. Following the Fashion's curve of gas breakdown, in spite of the erosion in the cavity wall, the breakdown will not occur and life of the insulation is very long if the applied voltage is less than 2 Vi. Then third one is the for applied voltage greater than 2 Vi, erosion is faster and therefore aging of the insulation is quicker. Then last one is the total capacitance of the cavity is not discharged as a single event, but as a result of many discharges, each discharge involving only small area of the cavity wall determined by the conductivity of the cavity surface in the region of discharge. Then, we have to discuss related to the aging and breakdown due to accumulation of charges on the insulator surface. During discharge at the solid or liquid or solid gas or solid vacuum interface, certain quantity of charges gets deposited on the solid insulator surface. The charge thus deposited can stay there for long duration, lasting for days or even week. The presence of these charges increasing the surface conductivity, thereby increasing the discharge magnitude in subsequent discharge. Increased discharge magnitude in subsequent discharge causes the damage to the dielectric surface, and experiments using electrophotography and other methods have shown that transverse discharge occurs on the face of the dielectric. This discharges causes a large area of the discharged instantaneously, and charges that exist in the surface conductivity are due to the discharges themselves, such that change in the discharge magnitude will spontaneously during the life of the dielectric. It has been generally observed that discharge characteristic changes with the life of the insulation. This can be explained as follow. For a clean surface, at the discharge inspection voltage Vi, and the discharge characteristic depends on the nature of the dielectric, its size and shape. The discharge normally consists of large number of comparatively small discharges originating from the sides on the insulator surface. Where the necessary discharge condition exists, after some time erosion at the sites causes the discharge to the decrease in number as well as in magnitude, and consecutively the extinction may occur, and with the passage of time the phenomenon becomes complex because the changes from the surface induced conductivity adds to the charge accumulation in the bulk due to the partial discharges. Thank you, friend. These are the different types of methods, or because of that breakdown will be occurs in the composite dielectric, that is short term breakdown and long term breakdown. That breakdowns will be happens in the dielectric, composite dielectric. Thank you.